Quiet on the set.
Action.
We represent Douglas High.
Me. Action.
We
Represent.
Douglas High School.
I ain't do.
We represent Douglas High School.
Hey, Sensei.
Huh? You not for that.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. How's it doing? How's it going?
Doing well, going well.
Welcome to the lockers we never use.
My current legacy is positivity and being a poet. I don't know if it's much of a successful poet, but that's where I wanted to go. And that's where I want my legacy to lead me. So as long as it's positivity and expressing myself, I just want to be heard.
So the legacy that I want to have is to let people know that no matter what's going around your surroundings, if you have a dream, if you have a goal in your life and you have it set, you have to chase it and you just have to run for it and accomplish it, because I want to set the example that I was going through so many things, but I had goals in my life and I chased them and I accomplished them. And by me accomplish them, I want to let people know that no matter what you're going through, no matter if you don't have money, no matter if you feel insecure, you can still chase them and accomplish them.
With my legacy, it's gonna be like I'm setting like new boundaries, new expectations. Like I'm going beyond the limits of everybody else.
What's something you hope to leave behind, or something you want people to remember about you?
Something I hope to leave behind is a good legacy of me helping people, doing humanitarian work. What do you hope to find on your journey of establishing your legacy?
There's freedom, if that makes sense, and a sense of identity. I want to be able to be myself and not let anybody else tell me who I can or what I can be, how I should walk, how I should talk, how my hair should go. I want my own sense of identity, and I want to be imperfectly perfect in the best way possible.
I want to be a person reliable. I want to be someone that you can go to ask for help and you would understand. Because I want to be a person of understanding. When you understand a lot, it's like you can make way more rational decisions.
Legacy means like the kind of like person you leave behind after you die. You choose what your legacy is gonna be, like with the things that you do in life, like how people are gonna remember you. Like you choose it whether it's good or bad, whether like you help people or like if you leave a legacy that inspires people. Those are like the kind of good legacies that like even if you died, it's like you're still here because you're still helping people out with like their lives.
Legacy to me is like what your family think of you, and like not what necessarily other people think of you, but like like my legacy is gonna be like me leading my brothers and sisters and like showing them that life is better than what we have. Cause like we live comfortably, but like we don't live like without worry. Like we live like we got this and we got that. We don't have everything that we want. You know, we have everything we need. We don't necessarily have everything that we want. So basically, legacy to me is like what your family see your true values as. Because other people are just gonna, make their assumptions off of what they know of you, but your family has been with you like forever. So like they know you, like you can't hide from your family.
My past affects my legacy because it helped me it helped shape who I am today and become like a better person. And when I leave my legacy, I want to leave a legacy where people can like be themselves and don't like express themselves in like the way they want to be felt, and they don't have to be like hidden behind a curtain or trying to be something they're not, and they can really like be like who they want to be and not care about how other people feel about it.
I used to get a lot of attention. I just chose to sit myself in the back because I felt like I was too out of control. I was too silly, so I had to teach myself how to calm down.
What was the consequence of being silly?
There wasn't really no serious consequence. It's just me looking at the fact that I'm getting older and I need to start acting more like an adult instead of a kid.
In my dreams, I wonder who I am. Who am I? What is my purpose on earth? Who is my real birth father? In my dreams, I wonder, am I the only black son that doesn't know his real mother?
Who or what is in your past, and how does that verify your legacy?
I guess my father. I didn't really know him, and he really contributed to my history. He was Ethiopian, and that's a part of myself that I don't really truly know about, and I didn't understand it then how precious that version of myself is until I guess now, until I got to high school, and I was like I've been wanting to learn about that part of my life forever, and why was I guess not blessed with the same opportunities everyone else had who was half Ethiopian or who was Ethiopian, and I didn't get a chance to really dive into my roots the way I wanted to.
I overcame my dad leaving me when I was 2 years old. I mean, I did overcome it, but the way was I learned that he was not there, and I learned that things happen for a reason, and by him not being there, I kind of learned to appreciate my mom more. I learned that I could like live with people leaving me, so I think I overcame it as letting it be and like just like everything's happened for a reason, so I think if he's gone, it's for a reason. Maybe he was not meant to be in my life, you know?
My family, like, one of our legacies that, like, I hope, like, my, generation continues to carry on is, like, our family reunions. Because, like, everybody be beefing, but, like, when Big Granny comes to the family reunion, everybody know, like, it ain't no beef. Like, all that stuff you was talking on Facebook, whatever you, like, don't know how to do that in front of Big Granny because, it's respect thing, it's a hierarchy thing. And that shows me that, like, respect is still, like, a big thing. And, like, I want respect to be part of my, like, a part of my legacy because, like, everyone, like, my Big Granny is, like, old. Like, my Big Granny old. Like, I have my oldest grandmother and I have both of my grandmothers. And I'm so blessed to have it because, a lot of people don't have it. So I want that legacy, having family reunions. I want us to always be in touch. Like, a lot of us are like spaced out now, but our parents are making sure that we get back to our family to like have our family time. So family time is like a big thing to us. And this is the biggest part of our legacy, like staying together. Cause my Big Granny don't believe, like when they were growing up, I'd be so jealous because they were all raised in the same house. Like, when my Big Granny lived in Memphis, like my auntie, my cousins, I'm talking about everybody and they ancient mammy was in Frazier at that one little, Beulah home house that they made one big house. And like, I haven't had it, but I miss it from what I heard what our family was.
I didn't tell my mom I wasn't listening up because one time I missed my ACT because I had to give a monologue, and I didn't want her to think like listen up was like kind of, because like to me I already like programmed in my mind that she thought this is like like, oh, you're getting too stressed, you're doing too many things, you should be prepared for this ACT. Because that's the thing I did. I missed my ACT because I was late by a minute, and they said you can't be here, you missed your chance. And so I was kind of worried. So I called this ACT prep. But then someone emailed her about it. She was like, hey, hey, you know your child something. I think it was like it was an announcement that we're not gonna be here Monday. And she was like, I gotta be here Monday. What do you mean? And then she told me she was really accepting. I didn't expect it, but she really was. She was like, oh, why didn't you tell me? We all gonna show up when it's done. And I'm like, thanks, Ma. And I kind of realized, don't lie about that, you know?
Okay, so this is my picture, and these are my both hands, and this is like what I used to hold. Is failure. Failure is like, it has always been with me, but like failure has been so much to me because I don't want to fail my mom. She's like the number one person that I want to show that I can be somebody in life, and I don't want to fail her never in my life.
I just always went through life telling myself that, like, you know, my grandma was my only team player that I had, but like my mom isn't my enemy. Like, I'm seeing that now growing up, but you know, like how your mom always telling you that you can't do this, you can't do that, stuff like that. And I always felt like she was holding me back from something, but like I said, she was just like setting goals for me.
My childhood was interesting. I was raised on a Navy base with my mom. That's how they met. They were in the Navy. And I was raised in a single parent household with a strong mother who made a way out of no way. And that contributed to me because I'm independent now. My mama, she did it, like, without a man, without anybody telling her what she did. She did it without support. She found a way out of no way, and that's my mantra. If I can be like my mama, then I'm okay. In my dreams, I see you and me. In my dreams, I see different versions of your four testimonies. In my dreams, I vision a place where all of us could be who we want to be. In my dreams, I see everything. I see this life that changes with the times that be. In my dreams, I see you and me and the picture-perfect life we dream to be.
I like everything to be perfect, and I want everything to be in a certain way. So when there's something out of place, I try to fix it. When I have a good day, and I hear the rumor of me, a negative rumor about me being spread, it just kind of ruins it. Sometimes sharing is bad. That's why you gotta keep it. If I give too much detail, some people will get angry, get offended, or just don't like me. And I don't really care if you don't like me, but if you start using it against me in a way that hurts me, I'm gonna be mad.
But how often do you share?
Not much, only with people I trust. I'm just myself with people I know I can be myself with.
I am a good listener and stuff like that, but I guess in school not so much because school is hard. But to people, I do really sit down and listen to people and genuinely give them like advice about anything, you know. I know what it feels to be alone. I'm always helping people to get through breakups, to get through problems, that they don't want to have and stuff like that, because I don't want them to feel like me.
I spread love and positivity by giving advice to people that I love and care about, or anybody. Like, anybody can walk with me. Like, I don't even have to know you. You can talk to me. And I value togetherness because everybody needs somebody to lean on.
Do you see yourself as a leader, KT?
Most definitely. What else I'm gonna be? A follower? That's nasty. A leader to me is just like someone who takes the initiative, like, in whatever you do. I feel like a leader is somebody who doesn't just say they're gonna do something. A leader is somebody who actually does it. I don't want to be a follower. Like, it's good to follow before you learn how to lead, before you lead, because you know you can't lead unless you know how to follow.
I want to be remembered as a person who stood in what they believed in. They didn't let anybody change, like, who they were, who they wanted to be, what they said. I just want to be remembered for, like, the person who told you you can do something, you can be who you want to be, you can say what you want to say, even because somebody might take that way out of the question. Not say what you want to say, but like you don't have to let who you talking to change what you want to say. You don't have to say it in like a rude way, but you can rephrase what you're trying to say and say it how you want to say it. Like you understand what I'm trying to say?
Dude.
I just want everybody to know that it is important to have something to believe in, because whether it's my God or your God or anything, if you have that something to believe in, you have a goal because they have a goal. And if you have nothing to believe in, you don't even have a starting point. You don't even have a finish line. So how do you know where to begin? So I just tell people all the time, just like, I don't know what you believe in, but you need to find it. You need to get it together, and you need to know what that goal is. That way you can have a place to start and a place to finish.
I would have told my younger self, like if I had him in front of me, like it's never too late to do anything, but it's like I'm doing stuff like really late for me, because when I was younger, like I would always act bad and stuff like that, and I have no dreams, no goals in life.
My dreams of being in the filming industry, they're really loose. My interests have always been like wishy-washy. Like I have a lot of interests, I just don't have enough experience in a lot of things things I've tried to do. I've tried many things. I tried to draw once, I hated it. I stick to drawing, but I haven't had the chance to in a long while. I've tried to make music a bunch of times. I remember taking out clips of popular songs and try to remix them. They didn't go well either. Sometimes I just let's just go on to the next thing. I bet sometimes there are times where it's just like, hey, you just gotta stick to it and you become great at it. But I don't know. I just had a more enthusiastic approach about it. Just like, hey, let's go try the next thing. That thing over there looks cool. Why don't you try that out? And then I stumbled upon theater, and that's the thing I kind of stuck with.
In my dreams, I am flying. In my dreams, I am dying. In my dreams, I fall. In my dreams, I am enthralled. In my dreams, I have no control. In my dreams, I don't have a role. In my dreams, I am a spectator. In my dreams, I wish I was a director.
So one day I want to wake up and I want to be like, my dream really came true, like dreams do come true and stuff like that, you know? So, yeah. My next big goal that I want to do a film. I don't know what it's called though. I want to do it in Memphis. I want the setting to be in a high school where I've learned the most, and I'm only in my 10th grade year. I wanted to have so many things of life that people know is going on, but they don't put so much attention to it. And I kind of want to put it out so people can see and get inspired from it. So I guess it's that film that I want to produce and stuff. Yeah.
What message do you want to send to the people of the future and today?
I want to send a message of be you, and don't worry about what everybody else got to say, because in the end, only God can judge you. I know that sounds funny because Tupac said it, but still, only God can judge you. Their opinions really don't matter, because you are your own person.
I think a thing that we have that other generations don't is that the knowledge that you're not alone, that other people will support you. As much as I hate social media sometimes, it's a good way to place to connect. And Twitter also gives you a whole bunch of information about what's going on in the world right now that the other generations didn't have.
If we stick to the mindset we got now, all this stuff, all the bad stuff in the world that's going on, I don't think that's gonna stay. Say what we doing, like what we talking about now, and the things we have in our mind, what we gonna do when we get older. If we actually do those things, the world be so much better. Experiments and stuff that they decide to test in like nature and like deforestation that they still doing, and then you know like we had those the wildfires in
Australia.
Yeah. And that's mainly caused by something we experimented and it keeps going. If we grow up and really try to like figure out why is it constantly going, and if we stop, and then global warming, like we know now that what's causing global warming is mainly stuff from like cigarettes, cars, and if we grow up and we make like electrical cars, solar power cars, then boom, we ain't fixing it, but we stopping the process of global warming getting worse and heating us up and we finna die, you know.
I agree with him. One thing that I feel like our older generations, the generations before us didn't know was renewable energy. And I feel like what he said is true, because if we know how to manipulate those energies, we can stop a lot of terrible things that's happening. But also we need to better understand what makes people act the way they act, because we need to understand each other a whole lot better before we can try to understand how can we tackle these other things in other countries, because we should try to understand it so that we can stop it from happening again. And that's how I feel like that's how we can progress in the future, by understanding what makes it happen and why they have it happen, so that we don't have to worry about it in the future. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing is like the greed that our old generation had, like greed, they was all about money, power, and just being the best. But like this generation, if we was the same, like, cause I feel like we greed, they was like being selfish. They didn't care about like what the other countries got going on. That's probably why like one of the main reasons like why we going to war now. If we actually take that money that we actually giving like the government and give it to like people in like Haiti. My science teacher, she said she went to Haiti and them folks actually struggling. Then they have garbage that's like piled up by their house and it smells so bad there. Like if we take the time to go out there and help them clean up and make their community better, then we'll be a better world. So, okay, I'm really getting mad. Let me stop talking.
I'm from like two different places, because it was always a battle between like, am I gonna live with my mom? Am I gonna live with my grandma? So the home community that I most resonate with is Mississippi, and like it was peaceful, not a lot of people around, but like the community that most people relate to is the community with my mom, which where a lot of, unforeseen things happen. And it showed me that like community can be two different things. It can be it just can be different. And I want it to be peaceful and I want it to be togetherness, but it seems like the community is showing us that if we don't keep love like constantly flourishing, like the legacy of the love that we had will be gone. Because I remember when you could walk around the neighborhood and like nothing happened, but you can't do that now, and it like really hurts my feelings. Just like a lot of people, it hurts my feelings. So I just want our legacy to get back on the track of being positive, because my community hurts.
Cleaning my way, but I don't wanna get for what we actually believe in. That's why we keep having these conversations. Do you think that your statements or answers to something is inferior to somebody else's who has facts?
Okay.
Was that too hard?
Okay. No, because I feel like you're trying to go there. Nope, I don't.
Are you more liberal or conservative? Oh, no.
Am I open-minded or simple-minded? Do I think?
Do you lean towards a newer age of change and open more ideas to be put into action, or do you stick to the traditional way things have been made already?
Okay. Which one is the
Liberal.
I am liberal-minded because see, the old way already ain't even right. So, like, I feel like I should be like the way I should think is like I need to become better than what the old has already put in place. Like I should challenge what the old has put in place and make it better for like whatever that situation is. I should make it better because the old way is wrong. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but it has its faults, and I should be able to like my ideas should be able to fix those faults and make it better.
What do you think you can do, KT, to get your community moving back towards what you want?
Do what I'm doing now. I just love everybody as much as I can, Oh, y'all got me in my feelings. Ugh.
Procrastination has always been as long as I can remember, it's always been in my life. I'm wasting
You're not wasting.
space.
I'm just ready when you are.
You said ready when I am, but when you're ready, I'm sure.
All right. 1, 2, 3, and go.
When people think of procrastination, they probably think of work or not want to do that, but at times even my feelings, I just I don't want to face certain things and I just push it all to the side and I just I don't want to deal with that right now, it's all right. But yeah, it's just always been there, something that I just it's kind of like a double-edged sword because at times it helps me because sometimes I'll put the thing off to the side and I'll get the tools necessary I need to climb up the mountain and then sometimes it gets in my way,
I just feel like it's a lot of negativity and a lot of hate. So we just gonna scrap that, throw in the trash can and move on and just be happy, y'all. Depression is a choice. And if you choose to be happy and you tell yourself that you're happy, then you are happy. But if you constantly tell yourself, this going bad, and I'm sad and I'm mad, that's what's going to be around you. But if you tell yourself, this going good, and this one thing going bad, but I'm going to focus on the good, and everything all good, big homie.
I'm ready when you are.
Have you ever procrastinated? I have, and a lot of it. I used to think that I was just a lazy person, but turns out I'm not. Procrastination relates to your emotion. And what I mean by that is procrastination comes from the inability to address negative emotions. I think I find an example in my everyday life. This was something simple, but I still couldn't face it. It was studying for a test. I couldn't handle the negative emotions that was related to studying for that test. I couldn't handle high expectations, I couldn't handle the stress, and I couldn't handle the thought of failing. It takes more than just an alarm to face procrastination. It takes the ability to have self-forgiveness and self-love. Remind yourself that everything will be okay. When you do all those things, you won't let those emotions hold you back anymore.
I just came to the mindset that I want to make my dreams come true no matter if I don't have money or not, because money isn't happiness. It gives me certain happiness, but it can't accomplish my dreams. It can't be there for me when I'm alone.
I didn't understand my roots until I got to Memphis. And I grew in Memphis because I realized that sometimes you can't be the prettiest flower in the box. Sometimes you're gonna have to be perfect, and sometimes your edges, even the rough ones, are what makes you. And I didn't understand it at first. I didn't understand the power I had by being me and by not caring what anybody else thinks of me.
Listen Up. It has given me some experiences that I will never forget. Things that I can carry on in my career. It helped me realize that I'm not just like some lazy person. I realized that like those things that I learned that the things that I was holding off was like I had negative emotions about it. Like there was things I wasn't ready to face. And when I realized that, it was like a wake up moment for me. It was the fact that I knew that like something was holding me back from doing the thing that I wanted to do.
At first I thought like legacy was just, what you desire. But I learned that legacy is not just what you desire, it's also what is already in you. Like what is gonna manifest into what you wanna be. Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna see if I try to remember it. Like I'm trying to do it without the paper.
That's a good idea.
So I can look at the
Okay.
My Listen Up experience has been great and very uplifting because I got to express myself with others and share my stuff with others, and it's been really fun participating in, and it has showed me to be myself no matter what, and it showed me so many things, and yeah.
Let's do it. You know what? No. Let's do it again.
My Listen Up experience has been a great experience because I've learned so much about myself and others, and I've learned about who I really am and what I really want to do in life. And being in this program, I got to meet so many great people. You, her, and him. I just love this program because I feel like I got closer to a lot of people. Closer to people than I have been in a few years. That's it.
Boy, come on.
Alright. My Listen Up experience has been uplifting and fun. It has been so because Listen Up has provided me with a space that lets me express things that bother me or things that I just genuinely care about. And all the while I get to do it with my friends.
Stained with the thought of ugliness, I'm trapped in the past.
No need to waste time in the past because the best part of life is forward.
I stared down to the challenges I must face.
Gotta keep my head above water to protect my crown.
I was scared to swim, but at the end I didn't drown.
I can move mountains and slay giants.
My spirit is strong. I'll never drown.
I took the chance to look back, to heal.
To be brave.
To be great.
To be seen.
To be me.
By being balanced in a negative climate.
But I took off my mask and realized my true beauty.
Cut.